Hey guys, Khalid from Cricket Fanatics Magazine here with another episode of The Daily Show, the show where I talk about major talking points in South African cricket. So for today's show, I think I'm going to talk about something a little bit more topical. And with Jimmy Anderson obviously getting closer and closer to the 600 wicket mark, by the time you guys watch this video, he probably would have passed it by then. But I think it's quite a massive talking point in the world of cricket to speak about, and not just in relation to South Africa. Now, we know that there's a large debate that happens in the South African community and between South African fans and England fans, whether Dale Steyn is better than Jimmy and Jimmy is better than Dale Steyn, etc., etc. I'm going to stick to my Proteas bias and say that Dale Steyn is better because of the time in which he took his wickets in. And I just love the way he speeds up to the wicket and at the pace that he bowls and the aggression and the passion that he bowls with. But I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for us to talk about who's next in line for the Proteas. Now, we know that Dale Steyn has stepped away from cricket with regards to the test matches. We don't know if he's going to put himself in the hat for T20 selection. He wasn't part of the culture camp. And I did a couple of videos over the last few weeks about the culture camp squad. So go ahead on our channel and look at those videos. They are in the playlist of the daily show. So we know that Kagiso Rabada, Lungingidi, and Anik Nokia are considered South Africa's best speedsters currently in the system. But I'm going to look a little bit further into the future and try to pick our next in-line paceman, or the next in-line paceman that we should keep an eye on. So I'm going to start off the show by talking about someone that I've watched play and quite a bit. We have an interview with him on the channel in the On Lockdown series. Please go look on the On Lockdown series in the playlist below. So check that episode out, because everything that you need to know about him is in that video. He speaks about his experiences, how he came through the system, some of his challenges with injury. And it's a great lesson for young seamers and young bowlers, as well as just getting to know his story as a fan. And it's an untold story about his life, and it will give you all the necessary details that you need to know about him. So let's talk about him. Gerald Coetzee. So Gerald is a young speedster, bowls about 150 kilometers per hour, as we saw in the Mzansi Super League. And he kind of, his claim to fame was in the Mzansi Super League, especially with the wicket of Quinton de Kock. Because of his injuries, Gerald Coetzee hasn't really gotten opportunities to showcase his talents really for the Knights. As you can see, his first class record at the bottom of the screen. He's played only 4 matches with 17 wickets. His Leicester record is 5 matches, he's played 10 wickets, an average of 17 and economy of 4.91. So he can bowl quick, and he has a really good, I think, average and economy as well, the ability to do that. Is T20 cricket going to be the first time we're going to actually see him in Proteas colours? I'm not actually 100% sure how South Africa is going to look at it, but maybe T20s will be his stepping stone into the circuit and into the international setup. I think it's his first class matches that are going to really give him an opportunity to showcase his talent. I think he's going to be the main seamer at the Knights. He's really going to solidify that spot if he can remain injury-free throughout the season. And especially under the leadership of Alan Donald, his head coach, I think that's going to be an amazing combination. And I think that Alan can really teach him some extra tips and tricks to improve his bowling in all formats. And I think that's going to be an amazing mentorship for him. So keep an eye on Gerald Coetzee, and don't forget to watch our episode with him on the Knockdown series. Check the playlist on our channel. The next big guy that we want to talk about is another young talent that I saw. And this young talent I saw at Kaya Majola Week. Now, this was the same Kaya Majola Week that I saw him at as Gerald Coetzee. And if you've ever been to a school tournament, or you've ever been to a school event, there's always murmurs all around the ground about who's the next best thing and who's the player to watch. Gerald Coetzee was the person that everybody was talking about. But there was a young bowler that I heard around the selection panels and around some of the coaches, Lifa and Tanzi. Now, Lifa is a young, quick bowler. A lot of batsmen that I've spoken to have said that some of them was more scared to face Lifa than they were to face Gerald. Now, Gerald came into that tournament after he had quite a serious injury, so he wasn't bowling at the pace as we were used to. But then again, Lifa and Tanzi was bowling at top speeds, and he was also bowling around the 145, 150 mark. And I watched some of the games that he played, and he was completely unplayable. There were some amazing spells where he just put it on the money consistently. And I think that's what's key for any fast bowler is for how many successful deliveries he can play when a batsman can swing and miss. And if he can tease that batsman into playing a delivery, and because of the pace, beat his bat. So I'm really excited to see what he can do. There's not a lot of stats available for Leif Ntanzi, though he has played one day cup match for the Dolphins so far. I think that's the Momentum Cup is really where he can really become something special for the Dolphins, and I hope that he does play more games for the Dolphins. They are in need of a quick bowler in their lineup, and I think he's the perfect one. If he can remain injury free, I think he would have. If he could have remained injury free, I think he would have had a lot more opportunities for the Dolphins, and I'm hoping that this will be his season. As you can see, he stood out in the Test series in India for the under-19s. That was the game that he really stood out in, where he took 4 for 90 in the second Test. And although South Africa did lose that match, it was that under-19 Test series where it was something new for a team that has never played the longer format. And for him to be able to get 4 for 90 in one match, I think that was an amazing effort from him. So he's definitely someone that we need to keep an eye on in the future. And we'll try to get an interview with him down the line, so that you guys can get to know him a lot better as fans. Another young bowler that is really exciting is Imran Philander. Now, he's more of a bowling all-rounder. He can bat a little bit as well. Really made it onto the club scene with Bluebells Cricket Club. That's where he really made a name for himself and really got the people talking about him. And then obviously getting the SC Under-19 call-up was a massive thing for him, of course, for his family and for him as well. Like, it must have been an amazing, he must have felt very proud about that moment. But he did it decently with regards to the S Under-19. Obviously, you can see the stats at the bottom of the screen. But I think this is a very young talent that needs to come through the provincial system. And I think Western Province needs to take him under their wing and put him in their setup and really nurture him, because he's someone that we need to keep on for the future. I think he has the attitude, he has the build, he has the size and the length and the speed to be able to really dominate as a bowler in South African cricket. And we need to really keep an eye on him as well. So just remember that we're going to try to get an interview with him as well. Everybody that we mentioned, we're going to try to get an interview with. So I'm going to have a chat with Imran Philander so we can get to know his story a little better. But keep an eye on him too. I think he's an excellent talent for the future. Another young bowler, which I've mentioned before, when I looked at the best S Under-19 speedsters, I did an article on cricketfanaticsmag.com, so you could check that out, on who are the next speedsters, and Aishal Kluti came up. Now, Aishal Kluti is also someone that I saw at Kaya Majola Week. It was my first ever Kaya Majola Week, and I didn't know what to expect. And I was watching a game at St. Stithians and Boland. He was playing for Boland, of course, and I saw him do exactly what I saw Leif Ntanzi do. Square up batsman, left, right, and center. I mean, it was unbelievable the way he bowled to these players. I think he took 13 wickets that tournament, and he made the SS Schools side. And I was just talking about him through the entire week to everybody that I was meeting. So he was really someone that was phenomenal. As you can see, he has had a few opportunities now with Boland, and he's easing himself in. Also someone that struggled a little bit with injuries. But so far, 3 matches in List A cricket and 4 matches in T20 cricket. So he's really had the opportunity to be able to showcase his talent in for Poland. But I hope that maybe someone like the Cobras can look at him down the line and look at him in the future. So now there are some bowlers that I haven't mentioned, the likes of Thando Ntini, the likes of Lutusi Pamla, because I think that they are on the verge of getting regular game time in South African colours. And Thando Ntini is going to get regular game time probably at the Titans. And with his move from the Cobras, he had a crazy season for the Cobras where he just moved up from Western Province to the Cobras quite quickly. He's not in the same bracket of speed as the likes of Ntanzi and the likes of Chero Kutsia, but his control and his swing, the ability to swing the ball is quite remarkable. So he's going to really be able to grow his game with more game time, obviously, at the Titans. Lutusa Pamla, we know that he's next in line with regards to Proteas call-up. He was the top seamer in the 4-day competition last season. We saw him play an amazing role in the Mzansi Super League, really doing well there. So we really want to see these bowlers obviously get opportunities, and they are obviously next in line with regards to selection for the Proteas. But I want to hear what you guys think. There are some young all-rounders also coming through the system, like Ruan de Swart, that we're going to maybe see get more opportunities at the Dolphins. And we've also got Marco Janssen, who's a speeding all-rounder as well as a seamer all-rounder. And his brother Dwan Janssen at the Knights as well, who's going to be bowling with Gerald Coetzee. So there's quite a few seamers coming through the ranks, but I want to hear what you guys think. Who do you guys think are the next in line seamers? Maybe there's someone at school level that I haven't seen yet that you guys can maybe educate me on and educate the fans on. So let me know in the comment section below. I would like to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, of course, and do all of those things. Click the notification bell for future notifications of videos that we upload. And also, of course, don't forget to download the latest issue of the magazine. The link is on the screen. The link is in the description. Go ahead, do that now. We are working hard on the next issue, which will be launched very, very soon. So I hope you guys will get the previous 2 issues by signing up right now. So guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.